This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, everybody, it's 1 o'clock on a Monday, so it's time once again for our Monday through Thursday 1 p.m. podcast. This is the podcast where you will hear the truth about the science behind what's going on with the opioids. We only deal with science here. Okay, that's what we do here. We're dealing with the science. And I am extremely happy to share with everybody that the second citizens petition has been published by the FDA, and it's been published on regulations.gov. Alex was very instrumental in getting that done, and everybody's send out a word of gratitude to Alex. Alex is a person that makes everything happen behind the scenes, and we are very, very grateful for Alex and everything that Alex does. So this is the second citizens petition. We went through the first citizens petition page by page, and then we went through some of the science. And now we're going to go through the second citizens petition page by page. But once again, if you get a chance, go back and listen to the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 podcasts and put it all together, all the way back to 1963 with Gunn and the study that he did in 1963, that after 2 days of withdrawal, the adrenal glands were depleted in mice, and then Akira Brody in 1968 that after a couple of days of withdrawal, the urine was full of the metabolites of adrenaline. So with Gunn, we see that in withdrawal, the adrenal glands empty out, the adrenaline empties out, and with Akira Brody, we see that it looks like the adrenaline got dumped into the body and metabolized, and we see all the bits and pieces and the broken down bits and pieces of the adrenaline, the metabolites in the urine. And then we had 1990 with Dell, who took the little opioid dependent mice into the laboratory, cut their bellies open. Horrible life being an opioid dependent mouse. Let me tell you, cut their bellies open and put them into opioid withdrawal using Narcan. And as soon as the little mice went into opioid withdrawal, lo and behold, 400% surge in nerve activity to the nerve controlling the adrenal gland. And Dell was ready with the catheter in place in the vein, drew some blood, and what do you know? A 20-fold surge in epinephrine simultaneous with the loss of control of the nerve controlling the adrenal glands. So now we know what's happening. Okay, when people go into opioid withdrawal, they're losing control of the nerves that control the organs. Dell saw that in 1990. Chang confirmed that 3 months later in 1990, and then Keimbaum went and did a similar study in humans in 1998. Got 11 volunteers from the methadone clinic, put them to sleep with anesthesia. Keimbaum was an anesthesiologist. Once they were asleep, gave them some Narcan, put them in opioid withdrawal, and lo and behold, Keimbaum saw a 20-fold surge in epinephrine. So this surge in epinephrine associated with opioid withdrawal is real. Okay, and it's exactly what the psychiatrists and the addiction experts have to ignore in order to put forth their fairy tale of the brain disease model of addiction for opioids, the surge in dopamine and the reward centers of the brain. So wonderful, so fantastic. It hijacks the brain circuitry, and the individual just becomes kind of like a zombie wandering around looking for more opioids, and that's just not true. And then, so here we are on the second citizens petition, and look at the front page. Okay, look at the top there. U.S. life expectancy stalls due to cardiovascular disease, not drug deaths, cardiovascular disease, 2020. Okay, this is a study by Metma in 2020. Okay, there's never been an episode where U.S. life expectancy fell like this. This is unprecedented. Okay, U.S. life, I guess since the Civil War at least, U.S. life expectancy had always been going up. Okay, and all of a sudden there's a stall in U.S. life expectancy due to cardiovascular disease. Okay, and look at the graph below it. This is data from the American Heart Association. Look on the far right there, that little upward blip. Cardiovascular deaths have been going down. That's what we're looking at in this graph. We're looking at deaths. Cardiovascular deaths have been going down, down, down for decades, and all of a sudden, boom, in parallel with the opioid crisis, there they go up. Okay, now remember what we said about adrenaline. Okay, adrenaline, catecholamines, whatever you want to call them, adrenaline, catecholamines, epinephrine, norepinephrine, dopamine, a lot of different terms. They all mean the same, the same thing. Remember what we said? We said that Lou did a beautiful study using epinephrine and norepinephrine and showed that adrenaline will kill you in a matter of hours, not weeks, not days, hours. So what you see on the screen in front of you, the fall in life expectancy due to cardiovascular disease and that upward blip in cardiovascular deaths, that is exactly what you would expect to see if this surge in epinephrine, this surge in adrenaline, this surge in catecholamines, that was happening in people when they went into opioid withdrawal, that's exactly what you would expect to see. If you're not diagnosing a life-threatening disorder, and you're not properly treating a life-threatening disorder, if you're not diagnosing adrenaline toxicity and you're not preventing and treating the adrenaline toxicity, you're going to get a whole bunch of deaths. And there they are right there. There they are right there. Don't tell me psychiatrists haven't harmed people. Don't tell me people haven't suffered. Don't tell me these experts do not have blood on their hands. You're looking at it right there in front of you. That is evidence of blood on the hands of the psychiatrist. That is evidence of blood on the hands of the addiction specialist. That is evidence of blood on their hands. So many people died that U.S. life expectancy fell. Now, you can get a pencil and a straight edge, and you can extrapolate that line in the American Heart Association graph. Take it out to 2024. Okay, at least at the end of 2023. And you tell me how many deaths it is. We did that, and we calculated over 3 million dead to make a line look like that. It took 3 million people to die to do that. You know, where's the CDC? Where's the FDA? Where are the experts? They are completely asleep. Anyway, let's hold right there. We went a little long last week. I try to keep these podcasts short out of courtesy and respect for your time. Let's hold right there for today. My name is Dr. Doug Smith. Please like and subscribe to us. And as always, post this podcast on your social media, and post this podcast on everybody else's social media. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, Alex.